Hello, everyone.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Coming up, it's a rematch of last year's hard-hitting AFC divisional round matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Sports Authority Field. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 46 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Rolling to his right. This is Bell on the dump-off. Call it a gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Everyone on low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. 3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. On now, Chris Boswell. He was 29 of 32 in the field goal department last year as a rookie. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They start on the ground with Forsett. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Oh, he fakes a spike. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Simeon on third down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Remember, gone is Britton Colquitt, so here's Riley Dixon to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result? 6 points.
Touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. For Thomas, making now 5 straight years that he's hit the 1,000-yard mark in receiving. He went over that in Week 15.
And also look at it this way. Wide receivers crave consistency. They crave continuity with their quarterback.
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. All right, partner, I'm going to ask you this just one time.
Okay.
Did you have Emmanuel Sanders in your fantasy league?
You know, I know that you like to bring up my fantasy team because I lost in the playoffs.
No, that's not why I brought it up.
No. Why'd you bring it up?
Because you lost in the playoffs. But anyway, Emmanuel Sanders, you should have had him. He only had 48 yards in Week 15, but that was good enough to get him over 1,000 for the third straight year. Boy, is he a weapon.
Third straight year. He is a big weapon and something that is a nice compliment to Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah, and I think next year you got to think about drafting him.
Thanks. Thomas, the lone receiver left. Nowhere to go.
Defense, they forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones could be the one